if Ents can pull off the greatest upset in history.
Yeah, we've seen esports come close to Cinderella stories. We've seen impossible runs from all across the different stratosphere of games. We've seen TI champions from open qualifiers, and Ents, now in the Counter-Strike world, look to challenge the Goliath. It's Astralis taking on Ents. Their first major. Astralis looking to win them back-to-back. This is the juxtaposition. This is Astralis versus Ents, and it is map 1. Henry, Sado, I know you're going to bring the noise.
We certainly hope so, Alex. It's grand finals time, ladies and gentlemen. Ents take on Astralis. Make some noise! Ents will start on the T side here. Astralis defending on the counter-terrorist forces. And it's a slow start here from Ents. They go over the brown horse control, but there's plenty of CT presence there.
Certainly is. Already Xyp9x has rotated over. Dupree there as well. The bomb out toward Seven's got the first kill in the finals. Ariel's going to follow it up. Good stuff. Ents rotation required. The other three with a 3 on B. Ariel still holding while the bomb will go down. Safely planted to hold from Ivy, so X7 needs to stay aggressive. Dupree winning the back lane actually gives them a chance to wrap in. Post plant loses a little bit of ground as a result. And don't forget that Xyp9x is alive in this. He can pull a rabbit from a hat at any occasion. He's going to try to pull one through the smoke. Second one down late. They've got great utility after the plant on the Ents side.
Yeah, this is overwhelming now. Xyp9x trying to find any point of access at this point. I think they just have to save. They have no kits, they have no utility. They have got 100 HP and 100 armor. So that means if they do force buy in the next round, at least they'll have helmets. They'll have a bit more to work with in that respect. But it's Ents kicking things off with a bang here. They're going to try and do for it. Surely he goes down here. Indeed he will. And that's from Ents as they win the T-side pistol. Just one player survives, and that's Xyp9x. A fast approach from main entrance towards Ivy. Smoke at the back of the bomb train and finding clinical kills as they make their way out. It's X7 who's had a fantastic tournament, joined by Ariel as well. These guys are deadly, and they put their best foot forward here in the first round. Will we see the force buy from Astralis? I doubt it. But with Xyp9x out the armor, maybe they consider scouts and CZs. But I feel like they'll focus on the big picture stuff here as we have a slight timeout just to collect ourselves, work out what's happening here as Astralis looks to take the full eco.
They won't need to worry too soon. We know how composed that Astralis can be, and are. Until Grand Slam winners won the previous major, this would give them a 3rd major title, tying them with Fnatic's record. And there's no signs of them slowing down either. That's the impressive part of the Astralis team, is that even while winning, there's no hints that anyone's clutching close behind. Liquid seemed to be the only team that might give them a run. VBR gave it a go yesterday, and perhaps with them back to a Brazilian and Portuguese-speaking lineup, there's something in that. But right now, this is as David and Goliath as it gets. That's out of nowhere to go against them.
Red with the perfect setup here as well. 2 SMGs, the AKs, and Aluzo making his way towards Ivy. Cash in the bags, he gets the first kill. There's plenty of CTs out here though. They've gone for the full outside stack, but it doesn't seem to be slowing down Ents whatsoever. They've got themselves in a 4 versus 1. That is guaranteed. There it is. So that was the full eco. Astralis will be buying up into this next round. They can afford the AWP, but it's Dupree. They'd have to buy it on the nose. He'd get no armor for himself. And I think they'll focus on the rifles here. And it will be 2-0. Can Ents keep this up? I expect to see some sort of execution here. 5 players focusing on one area, sending that Mac 10 in first, a Galil behind it, and just trying to get the bomb down, get as many kills as they can. They actually have a bit of a disadvantage, I guess, in terms of firepower here. So they're going to try and get the bomb down, see what can be done. If they win this, they're in such a fantastic position. If they can get the bomb planted with 2 or 3 kills, that's also very good as well.
A bit more aggressive outside for Astralis this time. In fact, they burrow into Pop Dog Reduction to try and take the position. They'll get the Molotov down. Glaive, Dupree. That's a huge Molotov to push Glaive back. If he ran out and there was no one else, Glaive's going to be able to stay alive. All to the fact that Dupree found a double, and they hold off Pop Dog. Guns in their hand, we're going to see exactly what Astralis is capable of.
That's quite the statement, isn't it? We go into the first gun round there, and within a few seconds, everyone's dead on Ents. No one has dropped on the Astralis side. It's just Alexi B now holding towards T-Sport.
But here's the thing with the start from Ents. So far, it has been very quick. The pace on the pistol, the follow-up, and now this round, most of the action has happened about the 120 to a minute mark. they can slow this down. If they start to set that tempo and Astralis has to use the utility early, if that gets in their mind, they dictate the pace.
It's always difficult to analyze these sections of the game itself because, yes, Ents are using that momentum. They know they've got lesser weapons, and Astralis won't be fully equipped with the incendiaries, maybe no helmets there. So they're trying to stay together, keep it very fast, but Dupree with a double spray down with that AUG, of course, towards the main entrance. He finds the bomb, and all hell breaks loose. It's up to Alexi B now to see whether he can actually cause some financial damage. 35 seconds to do so. CT's have full control of the bomb, and he's just going to see if anyone's flanking his position.
Spotting them yet, but Device, he knew where he was coming from. They could hear him inside. And there's the first round collected. Took about a minute further to find the last remaining player, but that's fine. They only lose one gun in the meantime.
Allo can afford the AWP. He purchases that straight away. No problem for him to make that decision. They are going to force up around him. Mac 10 CZs. Money not as strong as you might think that. As we head into round number 4, Allo, he had a fantastic train performance in the game yesterday against Na'Vi, but he dropped off towards the end of the series. So hoping to see him set the scoreboard on fire here. His teammates going to require it. One pistol, one SMG. Going quickly out of the main entrance again. That pace continues, man.
All the way down, smokes off as well. They force him just to go for the Device. He's got a hold on the top of the bomb train, finds the one already at Sandwich, rotates it around, and Astralis are ready for this. Absolutely, that's flawless. If they're going to run the fast pace, Astralis is absolutely ready for it. And you know what? I think it was a bit, I don't want to say predictable, but unsurprising that Ents is doing this because they want to send a message early.
I would have thought they would allow Allo to at least explore what's happening there. They know Astralis don't have the AWP right now. Maybe take advantage of that fact and see if he can get any picks. But you're absolutely right. They are so ready for this. How perfect is that round? It doesn't get much better than that. Round 5 has to be the eco. Presumably Astralis will take the lead. As we'll see now, just the Glocks and the Russian side. We discussed this all tournament long. Most teams focusing that inner bomb side because you're almost guaranteed a plum, but they're aware of it. They're playing up close and personal here. Tries to go in the first frag, nails it. Sergey goes down. I don't think you'll see a plant here.
Allo's still trying to find his way around the corner. The fact that they were running so quickly and that Zipic's got to flash in, but won't get in position on Device's side. You could have caused concern for the op, not this time. 4 for Device. Device is going to be a problem for them. There's no question. Alu, he can't be slow at any point in this game. Yesterday, he had a few off moments. Sure, he was huge in crucial late round, late game, big moments, but Device is going to be firing the whole time on that AWP, and they have to counter it.
Well, they won't be able to this round. It's going to be AK-47, so they're going to have to use utility to try and negate the AWP of Device. It's very powerful. Looks like everyone on the Astralis is very, very sharp indeed. 3-2 on the CT side of train in the first map of this best of 3. This is the pick of Ents. That's why they'll start on the T side. And Device, he's no longer towards the inside bomb site. He's holding outside. 3. Presumably joining towards the pop dog room, a very common setup these days, like to focus towards the main and pop dog area. And avoid any utility on the other side. The bomb stays down in T-spawn as Ents go back to the setup here instead of that fast-paced gameplay outside.
Glaive's still down below. And this is also a bit unsurprising. As soon as the money becomes a factor, they want to slow it down and stall Astralis because they couldn't overrun them as planned. Glaive is spotted as well on that jump, so it's not just he that's holding the angle. Now Alexi knows that he's... He knows how far away he is now. That's not really wallable, but he is certainly trying to flirt with the crowd. Small amount of damage done to both Alu and Alexi.
Well, they've got the bomb towards inside. One player trying to fake them out towards Ivy. That's X7, gets the kill. 5 versus 4, they commit towards inside. It's very good for Ents.
Oh, Alu just absolutely rocks Zipix. And he was forced to move so far back because they put him. So bomb down. Sergey won't relent. He goes all the way forward. Alexi catches Glaive. He knew specifically that they were going to try to go for the flank, but Dupree just wants to do economic damage at this point in time. 1 on 5. They've got money built up, surprisingly a great amount on Astralis already. And they want to punish Ents.
He'll do what he can. $10,000 to his name. There will certainly be a buy for Astralis going forward. We do sometimes see them rock the double orb setup on train. It'll actually be Magus, who's the secondary orb technically on this map alone. Ensto, perfect round from them. Slow default. Trying to see if there's any aggression. Towards Ivy. He gets that all-important kill. It causes the rotation. And then Zipex at the very back of the bomb site. Nothing he could do. Alu with a lovely shot, the AK-47 guarantees the round. And they manage to take 4 players down with them. Dupree will survive. They start to adjust things. And I'm interested to see if Mages goes for that secondary orb. As Zipex has called for a tactical timeout here. Brilliant shot from Alu. Covering the flanks. This is going to be a good game. These guys are ready to deliver on ends. So the timeout's here. We go 3-3, and Device and Mages get yet to buy, so that's why I feel like they're kind of considering the double orbs right now.
So slight issue. No one wanted to take any chances with even the slightest of FPS or any other issues, given this is a grand final. You don't get to play in these too often. I mean, I guess if you're Astralis, maybe you do, but for Ents, certainly get this comfortable as possible, and that's a factor as well, because their mentality on this stage, it's a narrative you've heard all week long. They've never been on this stage. Alu's the only one. And they've come in now for 3 series and remained absolutely resilient all the way through. So rock solid, and take down mentally as well, not just by beating them in the server, but taking down Liquid and Na'Vi mentally. Now this is twice as hard against Astralis, and you got to wonder, do they crack? Is there a point when they do? This is a whole different level of pressure.
Watching the clips from yesterday and seeing how ice cold Ents were after winning huge clutches against the likes of Simple, for example. They're such young players, but playing years above their experience. It's fantastic to see. And now we go 3-3. We're on the T side as well, so they're doing a great job so far. The unpause is coming through. It's only Device that has not purchased yet. Mages will not get the secondary orb. Device, presumably he's got his. He certainly does. As we head into round number 7 here, Alu's back on his AWP as well. Sergey heading towards another default here. Alu did get a chance to fire the first shot off towards main entrance, but nothing connects.
Making sure that they clear off Ivy before they even approach. It's a good read. Astralis does like to flash in. On to Magisk though. They wanted to try and take it back, but he was perfectly positioned. That flash was just over his shoulder.
Yeah, he misses the Molotov and the flashbang, gets the kill, and now he falls back safely.
So Dupree this time the one to go up underneath of the ladder. Glave's already rotated off. He's playing at B. He swings early, and it's all 5 there. Dupree, he's already up the ladder, is he not? He's just below. If he pushes now, he locks them in. They're going to have to take damage for the flames. Sergey finds the kill, but it's now Dupree's turn to strike. Immediately behind Magisk. Smoke down, knows that they're pushing up. If they get him, they can actually wrap back through, so you can actually look at the amount of players that have rotated over from Astralis. They're not letting him go anywhere in aerial. It's a Surge set finish to the round. There's no way he finds 4 in this game. Through the smoke, it's a fortunate find, but immediately responded.
Considered one of the best anchors in all of CSGO. It's Zipex holding the inside bomb site there, perfectly positioned, and the enemies are pushed in towards inside as well. That play from Mages, they know they've lost information that side of the map. If he pushes towards T-spawn, they have to act very quickly. That's why they go focusing towards inside there. 5 versus 4, and running through the flames, you can see they got 1 kill upon entry, but Zipex, look at his positioning, just so well played. Then he gets the kill for the smoke, no problem at all, and that denies the plant, so very well done. It is a reset technically, if they still have enough of 4 AK-47s to X7 on the map 10. Not a huge deal, can make that work as they send 5 players towards Inner once more.
Zipex, same play though, Dupree's underneath. Does it work twice? Zipex, but he still finds it. Sergey! Oh, he ran off the cliff. Gathering Swine, he goes down. He was created because of the tag in the air. That was spectacular, but unfortunate. It's not exactly what you want to see on their side of things, because now, despite that they get Zipex, they're only left with 3 alive. Bomb planted. Can they hold it? No flank this time. All 4 at the front of the site for Astralis. Bomb's still good. They can definitely make a case for going at this. And they will. Not on that side. Need to find Aerial. Kits it up. It's down to just X7. And he's only got a MAC-10. Rifles away from him as well. They're already inside. He's going to try on the bomb, and he can't find. Can he? He's got the knife. He saves it.
That was too close for comfort there. I thought the knife might do it. He jumps through the smoke valiantly, gets the first MAC-10 kill. If he gets the backstab, if you get it right between the shoulder blades, it's an instant kill as well. That was a chance he pulls that one off. But not meant to be. Zipex once again. He did so much damage there. It's a crater. Sergey didn't do anything wrong. He was just very unfortunate to take so much damage. Zipex with 2 kills essentially, and it will be 5-3. After that reset, it has to be the full eco now for ENCE. They'll take a bit of investment here. CZ's P250s, 1 Deagle. Hold on to about $2,000. Diffrey looking to get up. And taken down. Actually, opposite right. This could get a little bit dicey.
Device swings though. That's going to buy him some space because he already can hold off the reverse side of the alleyway. Nade in, followed up. Glaves went first. Device. Easy peasy at that point. Sergey will plant at least in B, so further money for ENCE. But Astralis gets a headshot, and Sergey's able to at least get a trade. Is there something in it? Hardpart's getting rifles in the angles that they're playing because it's going to be decently a distance, I should say, between them and kill. Behind him again. Sergey, he's too far over. 4.1, but has to reload. They're not putting him down yet, but a Magisk will. And that'll be 6-3.
Pretty well done there from ENCE. They get a couple of kills, the bomb planted, and PG-50 from Kevlar. The bomb down, they're going to have a ton of cash there. That's Magisk with 3 kills. 6-3. Astralis in the lead on the CT side now. Allo with 5 kills. Really want to see him start stepping up the AWP train. He can get a lot done with that sniper rifle. Device sat on 8 kills right now. Everyone from Astralis looking very, very good indeed. But ENCE are holding their own.
And this is not unfamiliar for them. They've been down in a number of games early on and come back.
That's true.
Na'Vi had them at 7-2 and 7-1 at 2 different points in that series. Trying to find some ground. X7 again will battle off with Magisk. This will be an ongoing duel between the two.
Yeah, it's a great battle as well. X7 so good with his timings. His skills will better and better as the tournament progresses. Allo flashed off towards main, unable to get information right now.
Backed off because the utility in place. X7's aware that they could sneak out. They've obviously scouted that, and I think most people have on train. Device checks corner with the AWP, but still they bring Zipex over that direction, so he had the information that no one was there. I'm surprised he doesn't rotate off of that.
Well, they're showing so much presence towards Pop Dog. They're comfortable at Ivy still, so might as well have a couple players towards inside. But X7 is spot on, but the shot isn't. Glaive ready for it. Takes him down 5 versus 4 once again. And it's Glaive who's looking to find a couple more though, but looks like his days might be numbered. Take him down, but Zipex finds the bomb.
Finds the bomb as the key aspect. Has to find How does he get off the ladder? It's so unpredictable. Sergey just absolutely confused and destroyed two personal in one motion, but Zipex will hold out against Allo. He managed to get the bomb back.
Very confident in their setup right now. Astralis looking almost perfect. An awkward moment towards Pop Dog. They looked like he almost glitched out, but it's because he's jumping off the ladder, attaching to it again, trying to make things as difficult as possible for the CT. He gets 1 kill, but such low HP, taken down quickly after that. Lost bonus starting to rack up now. They're the 4th stage on the T side, but they're 7-3 down. These rounds are being pretty quick. $3,000 per player. I would suggest they're going to take a partial buy here, and with the maximum loss bonus coming in after that, they can see what's available to them. There's actually a good chance of winning these sort of rounds, especially with the loss bonus getting to the 5th stage. You can get Deagle, you can get armor, you can get a few smokes, execute towards inside potentially and see what can be done. They'll take the timeout now and work out how they'll operate in round number 11.
So up again. Full save required. ENCE have gotten a number of bomb plants on this. 2 on rounds that they've won, 2 that have been defused on rounds that they lost, which has also been in this sequence of 4 rounds against them, so that's been adding a little bit to the bonus. But in a couple of those occasions, 2 rounds ago, it was desperate attempts. This isn't. X7 kill on Glaive cleanly, and he's got a gun picked up to go along with it, so an M4 to work with on Device as a response, wants to try and take the corner at B. That allows the other 3 to stay on the A site.
Hot dog's been such a problem for them. Trying to take it on, and now they've got their second kill. He is an absolute beast right now. 3-1 to him. He just keeps finding hat-trick after hat-trick. And it looks like Astralis are back on their feet, but not for long. 2 versus 2. HP pretty similar on either side. It's Device with the AWP though, but he still has 100 health and all of his utility. As we hit the 1 minute mark, Ends are going to slow things right down and work out what the next move is.
Deagle to weighted hell if they walk back in. It's still 2. The M4 stays with X7. He's only on 25. He's in the position to try and plant the bomb. Device is nowhere near enough to deny that. X7 wants to bait them out though. The longer he does that, the more chance he gives Device to rotate around. And Alu can't really counter that set angle. He can swing to trade, but he certainly would give Device a crack at it. Fortunately, Dupree plays this smart enough. Goes over to check B, and because he's so far away, Device can't do anything. He's got a hold. Play, Steagle won't find it. Alu goes down. X7 only has the 25, but again, he's the one that has the M4. And presume that he's gone to Pop Dog, and he knows exactly where Device is. Times on his side, low HP finds Dupree. Device gets off it, he plays the ladder so that the feet don't show, and he's pulling it away. A better chance to win the round. Device, does he have time to get back?
It's going to be a close one here, Matt. This will be the eco victory, and Ends have pulled it. It takes Device down with it. And it's that fast pod dog play from X7. It gets him a rifle. It's the key to the round. Allows him to stop pushing towards IB, applying the pressure. And that's a big one for them. They've got plenty of cash in now. They haven't broken the finances just yet of Astralis, but maybe the morale. As we get into round 12 here, Alu back on the AWP. And Zipex currently set up 11 kills and 4 deaths here. He's having an absolutely amazing game. 3 kills in the last round. Wasn't quite enough though, I'm afraid. As the smokes and flashbangs are deployed outside, just to allow Alu to get in position and see whether he can find an aggressive CT towards Olof there.
Back. He's going to continue to hold this in default. And the default again is X7 toward Magisk. So repetition of battles early on. Change of play for Astralis. Magisk, he's got a much more powerful weapon this time to keep X7 at bay. Does require a bit more accuracy. VP will never die. They're legends in this arena for life. Ariel starts it, Dupree down. That's exactly what they want. So slowing the pace has proved valuable because now Astralis is starting to get inquisitive. Vulgar curiosity, he walks in, no chance, and absolutely gets ripped off by it. No utility as well, by the way, for Dupree to try and take a main.
There's that secondary order. This boy is all. Get the opening kill on the CT side. Back to a 4-on-4 it goes. You're absolutely right. They're waiting for that CT aggression to come through. Ariel has really impressed on Train throughout this tournament. He looks fantastic with the opening frags of that AK-47. Mage's in position to find kills towards main entrance though. He's done. Not quite connected. He is low as well. Needs to be very careful here.
Now he's still stepping up. He's going to cover up nades to further damage. He's barely alive, but he is. Aspect will hold them off from L. Alu in the off in reverse does get played back, but not before he can get the bomb away. Luckily, they got it back. Second, it's gone on the ground. Alu's got to stay alive. Missed shot. An awkward standoff in the middle of the fire. They want to kill him afterwards, and they will. No money for Alu.
No money at all. That's very smart stuff there from Astralis. A lot of teams be tempted just to rush right after he fired the shot, get the trade, make sure he can't do anything more, but they wanted to run that timer down. If you die after the round time expires, you get no money into that next round. Luckily, Alu had a bit of residual cash. He has 1,200 still, but they are going to take a pause at this stage. Actually, Astralis to call it as they work out what their opposition will have in round number 13. If you are just joining us, it's the first map of this best of 3, the grand final of the IEM Katowice CSGO Major 2019. It's Device back on the organ. Majors will hold on to the AWP for now. So it ends. They're at first stage loss bonus. Everyone hovering around $2,000. If they force buy this one, there won't be a lot to work with. If they take a full eco, they'll at least get AKs and armor and smoke into the next round, but there won't be an AWP, that's for sure. So How do they approach this situation? CZ armor purchased by Alexi B. Will the others join him? That's pretty much a force buy. Indeed they will. They're going for this one. So far with just one smoke. Now make it two. Not a lot there on the table. We'll see what they can make of it. One step towards connector, and it's Alu once again waiting for the aggression towards the main entrance position.
In the corner, he caught them off. Nade in, and he still found the headshot onto Dupree. Gets away with the M4 again. Same position they lost him last time, Hopdog, but he's already tagged down to 26 this time. First two. Oh, off Device. That was under him. He jumped, and Device somehow got the shot underneath, and they'll keep themselves perfectly composed. That should come. Oh, as no sort of surprise. I mean, that's so solid that they're easily able to work off of each other, even in panic situations.
The outside hole is just looking so sharp. All of a sudden, they lose the first pick, but then a flurry of frags come in from absolutely nowhere. It's so good to watch, and that's ENCE punishing that Pop Dog aggression once more. They get the opening kill with the CZ. They find the rifle, but before they have even a chance to reload it, everyone's gone down, and that was the force buy as well. So ENCE will have to take the full eco and see what they can do with round number 15. Glocks, one eagle, one flashbang, once again heading towards inside and see if they can punish the fact that Zipex could be alone. Oh, it's the kill towards Pop Dog once again. I can't believe it. And he picks it up, and Device trying to answer back. He spotted everyone there, and they're hunting him.
This is the problem for Device now in the AWP against the pistols. He has to run all the way back, because if they come around the corner high flying, he'll have no chance at it. Pop Dog continues to be the issue. ENCE, they won the pistol, they converted it. They won one gun round, and they won an eco. So two things to take from that. One is gun rounds aren't going well, but two, they have won an eco already once. Doing it twice without picking up the M4 might prove to be a bit more difficult. Things fall silent. Astralis knows they need to pull back the map, but they also know they don't need to overextend, because on train you still have so many angles you can play.
And they haven't given away the rifle. They gave away a kill, but still they've got a massive advantage here. Had they given the AWP up, or an AUG for example, that could have been enough to try and force them into getting the kill back in response. But they're running the timer down right now. ENCE unsure what to do. Barely anything, waiting for mistakes to be made. There's a few of far, but Astralis are on the server. Lave, isolated, sort of. I don't think he'll have much trouble here. They're trying to distract him. Next up to arrive at the crime scene. Oh, bomb goes down, and Mages will finish things off in style with the P250.
Not thrown off at all by running out of ammo, taps away at range, and Glaive was, you're right. As much as he was trapped though, he knew exactly what their plan was. Yeah. If he gets distracted at A main, if he gets caught up in that, down come the player at Pop Dog, and likewise vice versa. So all he wanted to do was a couple shots either way until someone overcommitted. That bought Magisk all the space that he needed. So one round left in the half. 10-5 is not impossible.
This was the shot, so his from main entrance. Now Alu, the only deagle. He did open things up. You could see how far away that weapon was. It's not like it helped him out a tremendous amount, because there's still plenty of money here for Astralis. Round number 15, Mages going to be challenged by 2. He times it well though, drops the smoke, and might send them packing as well.
Nades deep. Catch anyone, gets it bounced off. Ricochet to the right.
Oh dear, that's not gone well for XTD.
Definitely not. Utility lost. They've got one smoke left, that's it, other than the one that they were planning on using that didn't go anywhere. Again though, Device, this is something we've noted on, what, 4 or 5 rounds now? Getting this corner with the AWP, they're not challenging it early enough. The problem with that is as soon as you let him sit there, he's so capable of hitting shots, and he allows the rotation to go back over the other way. It's a bit like anchoring Banana on Inferno.
Continue the default here. Smoke to the left-hand side to block vision from Major Skip. Flashbang's out as well. They continue to progress down that position. Flashbang's in position to actually able to access, but they're taking damage now. Through they go, they timed it well. Major Skip taken. There's the 5 versus 4. Glaive surely going to strike there.
The first Zipex actually got the shot in 17. Control maximum. Team kill. Ariel takes down Alexi, the last thing they needed. At least he gets one after, but now he sits on Dupree alone against Device and Dupree. 13 seconds. Long he'll gather, but Dupree waits, finds 11 for Astralis, and so far it's smooth sailing.
It absolutely is. They lost a pistol, as I'll remember, and Astralis take the lead 11-4 on the CT half. This is the pick of ENCE, and they're looking like they're going to run away with it. ENCE will need the pistol. We said they've had great comebacks before. I'm not sure this is possible. You'll have to find out after this break.